When it ended, the rain hissed against blood and oil. Rakuto turned, wiping grime from his goggles. Rebar girl? He asked, half smirked. She didn't flinch. Kyra, she said. No titles. He gave his name the same way. Nailhead. Names on the wind. Kyra's expression didn't change, but her eyes lingered on his hammer, the kind of look that said she'd heard the stories. Most people in the drop zone had. They thought he was a ghost. Not yet, he replied quietly, catching her unspoken thought. A gust of cold air swept the alley, scattering rain into mist. And then it hit, a sound that didn't belong, metal scraping against silence. A figure landed in front of them, smooth, deliberate, impossible grace. Masked and cloaked in sheet music fabric, his twin blades, tuning forks sharpened to razors, hummed at a frequency that made Rakuto's teeth ache. Melodrant, the Spindle Choir's executioner. His voice buzzed through distortion. Rakuto Kaze, your presence disrupts the harmony. Dissonance must be purged. Rakuto raised his hammer. Stay back, he told Kyra. She didn't move. Not happening. Lightning flashed. The city's hum vanished. The rooftop was a dream, but this was the real storm, and it had only just begun.
I will shout it out, don't where are we go for my Sarah, get that dream. Wake up, they have already you. If you look back on that, as you will live. Sound up, are you radio then? I don't care how we gather, go that way in. I know we never feel it. I love you, sharing the time. But so I want to look back on. I wish we get away. How we go for my Sarah, get the future. I wish we get away. How we go for my Sarah, get the dream. I wish we get away. I wish we get away. How we go for my Sarah, get the dream. How we go for my Sarah, get the future. How we go for my Sarah, get the dream.
Rain poured like static from the heavens, each drop humming against metal and flesh. Deep in a forgotten alley of the drop zone, 4 figures braced themselves, slick concrete beneath their boots reflecting fractured neon. Rakuto, Nailhead Kazi, tightened his grip on the hammer resting at his hip. Kyra crouched beside him, fingers twitching toward her weapon, energy humming in anticipation. Gura hovered, restless and scanning, while Tanso's usual muttered jokes were gone, replaced by grim focus. Then Melodrant appeared. The Spindle Choir executioner moved like sound incarnate. His cloak rippled like torn sheet music, mask glinting with rain. Twin tuning fork blades hummed in his hands, vibrating the air with lethal resonance. He didn't speak. His presence alone warped the alley. A single clash of his blades split the night. Metal twisted. Debris danced like sparks caught in current. Rakuto dove low, hammer sliding across the slick concrete. Kyra vaulted over a fallen pipe, her weapon cutting arcs through the air. Projectiles from the alley were deflected, as if the space itself rejected their attacks. He wasn't just fighting, he was conducting. Every step shifted the battlefield's resonance, redirecting force and sound. The world obeyed his rhythm. Rakuto growled, forcing himself forward. He swung the hammer from his hip, pistons snapping, energy flaring, splitting the air like thunder. The blow would have crushed steel, but Melodrant bent the shockwave aside, dissipating it harmlessly into the walls. Kyra landed beside him, breathing hard. He's channeling force through sound, she muttered. Every strike, every motion, he's the structure itself. Melodrant responded with a subsonic hum, too low to hear, but deep enough to shake blood and bone. Rakuto staggered. Kyra's muscles locked under the vibration, a mechanical precision in her reflexes only visible in motion. Their bodies were instruments, and he'd silenced them. He rose above, blades forming a deadly X. Sonic walls encased them, invisible but sharp. Rakuto exhaled. Time to build. Overbuild system. Engage. From the cracked alley floor, rusted rebar spikes burst upward in sequence, a piston chain erupting like vertebrae of the street itself. Gutter stampede. The structure launched Rakuto upward. Melodrant collided with it midair, blades clashing against steel in a shower of sparks. The attack detonated prematurely, scattering debris, but it disrupted his rhythm. That was enough. Kyra struck, weapon swinging in arcs that split the vibration. Her strikes twisted and redirected the sonic fields. The tone faltered. Melodrant staggered, his left blade stuttering. Blood and sparks arced through the rain-soaked alley. Rakuto saw the opening. He loaded the nail gun at his hip. Steam hissed as chamber pressure built, his breath synchronized to instinct, muscle and mind operating beyond thought. Spinal bolt. The high-pressure round tore through the alley, shattering the vibration and slamming Melodrant into a concrete wall. Silence fell, punctuated only by dripping water and the hiss of displaced air. Then a hum rose from above, layered, harmonic, commanding. The Spindle Choir arrived. 4 masked figures descended, cloaked in eerie musical light. Each movement was precise, a living score shaping the space around them. Tanso whispered, "Looks like the real storm's here." Gura cracked his neck. "Encore, huh?" Rakuto and Kyra stood shoulder to shoulder, rain dripping off boots and blades. The first clash had ended, the war had only just begun.